All right, guys, welcome. My name is KLM1187. I am joined by Mr. Streamline.
Hello.
And we're going to be calling this fine race tonight. So, so it looks like both runners are ready and good to go. So we should be starting up here shortly. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're expecting from this race?
Yeah, we've got Zoda pretty much doing the standard route here. I guess cut first being the standard. You're going to see StuffnThings doing a glitchless, sort of zipless hybrid route. So he'll start with guts first, and we'll get things kicked off from there.
Yeah, so this will be an interesting race for sure, because we'll see two different routes through the Robot Masters, and then we'll see them both kind of converge once they get to the Wily stages. So RaceBot's counting them down, so we'll be starting here in just a few seconds. I just wanted to note too that both of their PBs are very similar. They haven't updated them to the leaderboards yet, but Stuffin just got a recent 2037, and Zoda's PB sitting at 2048. So this should be a very close race, close set of races anyway. All right, and so, yep, we can see exactly here. So Stuff is going to start with Gutsman stage. Zoda is going to go through Cutman stage first.
Stuff makes it past the moving platforms, no problem. And Zoda struggling with the first corner jump on Cutman stage.
Yeah, so you notice Stuff did have to wait a little bit until the platform came to him. They are on a global timer, so there is nothing you can do to speed that up without the magnet beam, so he does have to wait it out there. But I do believe, actually, that StuffnThings has the fastest recorded Guts first time. I could be wrong, but if not, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, that's great.
So he has pretty much optimized this Guts first route, so...
Yep, once you get this Buster Guts fight down, it looks really cool. It's a lot of fun to do, too.
Yep, so he gets a bad pattern on the big eye there. You notice that Stuff got to the boss gate right away. It is a much shorter stage than Cut stage, so while it appears he may be ahead, they are probably pretty similar as far as where they're at right now. Okay, so Stuff's gonna come into the Guts fight, so see how he handles it. Okay.
Zoda looks like he's doing really good on health here. He should have no problem.
Yes, because you do have to contend here. Yep, so you have to contend with the big eye at the end of Cutman stage as well. He does 10 damage to Mega Man. Mega Man has 28 total health, so he should be just fine here. Yep. Okay, so Stuffin is going to go into Cutman stage himself, and Zoda will be coming to the boss fight here. So this fight is interesting, the Cutman Buster fight, as Cutman is one of only two Robot Masters that does take knockback damage from the Buster. So you can get him kind of in this stun animation here, and it makes the fight pretty routine. Zoda does a great job with the fight there.
Nice.
Okay, so we're going to see Zoda do a trick that we won't be seeing Stuff do. You want to talk a little bit about the early magnet beam grab he's going to do here shortly?
Yeah, when he gets up to the magnet beam, he's looking to get on to the top of the ladder, and you'll see him start to shoot. And also he's pressing down at the same time. And what you want to do is press down and shoot for 1 frame simultaneously. And you'll get into a position on the ladder where you can zip into the wall. And you do that just by pressing up. And once he's in there, you'll see him try to jump up and go for the beam. Hopefully we don't see any ND jails this race.
Yeah, so ND jail is you can actually by going for this trick if you go too far into the wall because there is no way out. So hopefully this does not happen to Zoda here, we'll see. Stuffin gets the same bad pattern, the low jump from the big guy, so his health is a little low here, but he does have Gutsman's weapon, so this fight should be pretty easy for him. Zoda actually takes a fall on the corner jump there. These corner jumps are very difficult, but that fall there can cost... Oh, and he falls again, actually. Each one of those falls cost about 11 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's about 12.
Yeah, so falling twice there is just about half a minute. He just lost. Oh, and he fell again.
Third time's the charm. Come on. He's got
now,
this.
when is it time to just take the right side, especially in a race setting? Would you? Oh, he gets it the third, fourth time. Forced to try.
Taking the right side path is just a few seconds slower than trying to get the corner jump. I mean, even jumping up and trying to get that, you can sometimes fall down, so it can be dangerous.
Yeah, well, he gets through this time, so he's going to come up to this early magnet beam trick that we were just talking about, so we'll see how he handles it here.
Oh, he's got it. And the top exit. Very nice. And it looked like StuffnThings hit the corner jump, I think, on his first try.
Okay, you're a little bit ahead of me because I'm watching him get right up there right now.
Oh shit. Sorry. We got different streams going here.
Okay, so yeah, he did, yeah, Stuffin tiptoed up and did get the corner jump first try, so very nice.
Alright, Zoda looks like he's doing very well on health. He's about to get to the big guy here. Gets the big jump. And he's got plenty of health to do this corridor.
Yeah, you can see StuffnThings has Gutsman's weapon, so he's able just to clear those blocks out of the way to get the magnet beam. He doesn't have to worry about a soft lock there.
Apparently I'm about 10 seconds ahead of the stream, so I'm not really used to that. I'm used to about 30 seconds behind, so... I'm gonna have to hang back a little bit.
Okay, so Zoda gets a pretty routine. The elect fight is pretty routine with the cut weapon. You just set up right next to him. You'll hit him twice with the first shot, and then takes. So we're gonna see Stuff come to the climb here. This is one of the more difficult tricks in the game, but Stuff does a good job in the second corridor here. He's gonna come to the elect fight and handle it.
Alright, and Zoda getting going on Iceman here.
So it looked like he was trying to set up the initial zips there at the beginning, but he was just maybe a pixel or two too high.
Yeah, he was a few pixels too high. So, he's actually going to save some beams because of that and take a dip in the water here.
But he gets the second setup with the long beam. It was very nice first try.
Yeah, that was very smooth. Nice setup.
So he is just moving along. He's got plenty of beams here now to try this second zip as well. See if he goes for it. Oh, he's going to skip this one.
StuffnThings starting Iceman also. So we'll see them both on the same stage here. Going for some zip action at the same time.
Looks like Stuff was not trying to do the initial zips there, he was just trying to get across, and he's actually not going to go for this big one either. He's gonna save the beam and just get through this, pretty much like the glitchless way here, which he has mastered, so.
Ooh, nice. Zoda with a one corridor there.
Okay, now it takes 3 hits from the elect beam, and you can use that pause buffer glitch, which is a huge trick in this game. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that works?
Basically, you just once you shoot your weapon and it hits the enemy, you'll pause with select. And you can keep hitting the boss by just unpausing and pausing again with select until you get enough hits in to kill him.
Yeah, so we'll
Simple
see
as that.
Yeah, we'll see that used often here. So Zoda's trying to set up this initial zip, and he gets it there, and he gets the extra corridor zip. Very nice. Okay, so actually, yeah, Stuffing showing his glitchless route, so he does not use the pause buffer glitch, but he takes out Iceman still pretty quickly. So we'll get a good idea as to who's ahead and once we start the Wily stages. It's tough to tell at this point because of the different routes, but we'll get a good indication once they start with Wily. Zoda's going for his new setup here. He doesn't get it. That little setup there in Fireman stage was something that he figured out, I believe it was yesterday, and he's already trying to throw it into runs, so good for him for going for the going for it there.
Yeah, right. He really wants to get that showed off here, and I'm sure he's pretty mad he didn't hit that.
Yeah.
Very nice zip on the long fire zip.
Gets a long fire zip, and he gets a pretty long corridor zip there too. So Zoda's showing that he can do those corridor zips and do them pretty regularly, so very nice by him. We can see that pause buffer trick coming in here. Takes down Fireman really quickly. Now Stuff's going for the long fire zip. This is something that Stuff actually just added into his so and he gets it first try. Very nice.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't expect him to go for that.
Yeah, he just started doing it not too long ago, so it's nice to see him doing it in also the tournament run. So very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a very dangerous zip because if you do jump at the wrong time, you can get pixel too high, which unfortunately there's no way out but to take a death there, and it's a pretty costly one.
Yeah, I'd say about 30-40 seconds because you probably won't have enough beams to set it up again unless you've been very conservative with your count.
Right.
But it looks like he's got a good pace going here.
He's on very good pace, yeah. Okay, so both runners are going into bomb now. So at the end of Bomb Man stage, we will see the big zip, which is one of the biggest ones in the entire run, as far as time saved. So Zoda's going to come up to the screen where he's set up now. We'll see how he goes for it. So he's going for the ladder setup here, and he gets it first try, it looks like.
Oh, he just shorted the beam just a bit. Dropped down, but that was a great setup.
Very, very nice.
And he gets that setup first try.
Yes, that setup is very difficult, and Stuffin's going for the Magnet Beam Sniper Joe dance here. He does a very good job with it. Very impressive.
Yeah, this is always great to see here.
Falls at the end there, but it was still very well. That is a lot harder.
Yeah, the Sniper Joe can give you a bunch of different patterns, and unless you get a really low jump, it's tough to dodge all of his high jumps there.
Stuff makes it look easy, and you can see Stuff does a different setup for that bomb zip. He goes to the ladder, and there was a good visual cue there to set up that zip, and Stuff does it first try, so he's in there. So judging by where they are now, Stuffin is probably about a minute ahead.
Yeah, he's close to a full stage ahead here. Zoda really needs to hit some zips on Guts, man, to get back in this.
Okay, so we'll see here. We'll see what Stuff's timer says when he selects Wily, and then we'll get a good idea.
He almost gets the first impossible zip on Guts.
Okay, so Stuff selects Wily at 13:27. We'll see what time Zoda comes in at. So you can see how powerful the Magnet Beam See how much faster Zoda is going through this level than Stuffin did at the beginning of the run. And we'll see if you can get some more of these corridor zips.
Yeah, you're definitely saving at least a few seconds just walking across the magnet beam rather than the platforms there.
Yes. And you can't get any corridors that time, but he will also have the bomb weapon. Gutsman can give you 3 patterns to start, so you have to be very strategic where you're going to place this bomb. It looks like he gets the best pattern there. And he's going... Oh! Okay, he messed up the timing on one of the paws there, but still is able to get that second bomb right up there and finish him off. Okay, so Zoda's in at 1443. So yeah, it's a 1 minute and 16 second lead for Stuffin entering Wily 1. So big lead for Stuff right now. The thing about StuffnThings is that he is very consistent due to his glitchless routes, so as long as he can just stay the course and no major mistakes, he should be able to pull a victory in this one. But anything can happen in these Wily stages.
Yeah, you can see just, well, if you're looking at his splits, he's just a second or two off on each stage, so you know that's super consistent.
Yes, and only his PB is, I believe, within 20 seconds of his sum of best as well, so that just shows really how much his consistency helps him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Zoda gets the zip on the beginning of Wily 1 setup, so that was very impressive. He's gonna be... Yeah? Okay. There is a zip you can do in that spike room. It is extremely difficult, but he actually goes for that one too.
It looked like he had the right pixel there on the first setup, and then when you wrap to the second screen, you can jump onto the beam and zip across the spikes, but it looked like his beam just wasn't placed long enough to be able to jump onto. But that was a really good attempt at that.
I see, yeah. You don't see really anybody going for that. He's actually the first person I ever saw do that, so...
Nope, but I'm sure you'll see Zoda go for that every race that he does.
Okay, we'll see what kind of strats he uses here. So he's going to use the vertical beam to take out Yellow Devil, and he does so very quickly. So he had a quicker Yellow Devil fight. He did have the zip in the beginning of Wily 1, so it's possible that he made up some time there. He's still behind a pretty good amount.
Yeah, Stuffin is just cruising through Wily 2 here. He's got this down.
And he's not going to go for any of the zips or the screen wraps here, so no real danger in Wily 2 for Stuffin.
But, Zoda gets a big jug here. Nice pickup. He needed that for sure.
So we'll see what kind of strats Zoda goes for through here. He didn't need that because he was basically out of Magnet Beam.
Yeah, I think he had 1, maybe 2 left.
Okay, so Stuffin's going to come into the clone fight here, which is it's a pretty standard fight. Once you figure out the timing, so I don't expect Stuffin to have any problems with this fight.
And Zoda going for the Wily 2 skips.
He left that beam a little too short. It was the right height, but he gets the second beam, and he gets up there. He's up and in there, and hopefully... Well, actually, he didn't go for the first one, so there's no real danger there, but that's his...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Still, very impressive, so he's going to make up some more time on stuff in here.
Swag points, for sure.
Hey, my rule is if it looks cooler, it's faster, and for that instance, it is both, so... He's going to go for this screen wrap as well. See if he can wrap all the way around, and he does. So he made up a pretty good amount of time there. He's got to get out of the wall first, which can be the hardest part of this trick.
Looks like Stuffin set up the Wily 3 wrap using the ND setup, and he executed that very nicely.
Yeah, so Stuffin is through. As long as he can keep his mashing up, he should get right to the boss gate and skip this long corridor. And Zoda having no problems on the clone fight. So Stuffin does do this. You can duplicate these blocks to kill this boss a lot faster. Stuffin takes that out of the equation by bustering the first 3 and then using the 4 blocks to finish them off. So again, very consistent. No real danger. So we'll see how he handles Wily 4 here. He's got to be on pace, pretty close to his PB. I mean, he's definitely on sub 21 pace, right?
Yeah, this is a great run. I'm sure he's happy about this race time so far.
For sure. Zoda's going for the Wily 3 setup here. He gets both beams in perfect position, so he will take the long zip past the corridor. Now he should be attempting to go for dupes.
Oh yeah.
So basically what you need to do is you need to push the shoot button as soon as on the last frame that the block leaves the screen, and you can duplicate the block just like he does there. We'll see. You need to do it at least 3 times in order to finish this boss off without having to switch back to Buster. So there's 2. Use 1 more. And he gets it. Nice job.
No problem.
Stuffin gets the boss skip though quicker than I could even look over and see, so that was very impressive for him too. So pretty much from here, it's pretty routine. I mean, it is. He should be able to finish this out, and pretty close to his own personal best. So very clean, consistent run from Stuffin here. Zoda did all he could though to make up time. He's gonna go for this new setup here, and he gets it first try. That's very nice. Again, another setup that came to fruition yesterday that Zoda's going for.
Looks like it's pretty free.
Yeah. So Stuffin finishes at a 2050. RaceBot has got him in at a 2052, which is a personal race best for him, and is less than 20 seconds off of his normal personal best. So very nice run by StuffnThings here.
Wow. GG, yeah, very nice race.
Yeah, 13 seconds off of his PB from the split timer there. So very impressive run from StuffnThings. And very impressive by Zoda too to make up some time here. He went for a lot of the harder strats, the more dangerous strats, and he nailed them all. So see how he handles the Wily fight, but he shouldn't have any problems here.
Yeah, it looks like he got that first shot in and duped his fire shield.
Okay, so Zoda is in. RaceBot's reporting a 22:01. So very nice run by Zoda.
GG.
But again, with the consistency that StuffnThings has, he's going to be putting up times pretty close to what he did here. So it's going to take a really good time to take a race from him. I don't expect him to make much mistakes. So
yeah, exactly. That race time right there is just, I think, a few seconds off Zoda's PB. But like, yeah, you said Zoda has the potential going for all these big zips to gain a lot of time or lose a lot of time in these races. Yeah. So anything can happen, yeah.
I'm trying to remember where Zoda lost all of his time. I know he lost his, about a little, close to a minute in a Lex stage by falling 3 times on the corner jump. I'm trying to remember where else he had some big time losses.
Yeah, there was no... I don't think he had any deaths anywhere else. Yeah, I'm trying to think through, and I can't recall anything either.
And sometimes that's all it takes is one mistake in this game can be very costly. And one mistake, one death can cost you well over half a minute, if not close to a minute. So, especially with the all stages category, there's a lot of punishing mistakes you can make. So it's certainly not an easy run.
Gonna have to refresh my stream here and see if I can get on the same time as you. Seems like I'm either a little ahead or a little behind on this. Nobody wants any spoilers, of course.
So we'll expect more of the same from StuffnThings in race number 2. His strats are pretty set in place, and he doesn't deviate from them too much. So, what do you expect to see from Zoda this time around?
I think he's gonna settle in a little more here. Hopefully not have such a rough elect stage and just get off to a good start and go from there. But he's definitely going to keep going for all the zips and all the hard tricks in the game, so we can expect that.
Yeah, I think he must be aware that he can't play it safe in order to beat StuffnThings here, because he knows that of his consistency. So I do expect him to go for pretty much everything here. So
yeah.
Okay, chat's reporting that Zoda had a very slow Cutman stage as well. So the feed lost most of his time in the first 2 stages, but he had a very clean run after that. So we'll see how he handles it this time.
Yeah, definitely the early game.
All right, so we're starting up game number 2 here. Again, we will see our 2 different routes here. We will get a better idea as to who's ahead and how much once we start the Wily stages. See Zoda doing the quick climb off that ladder. Very nice. We're gonna go for this corner jump here, and gets up there second try. He's hoping to have better luck on the corner jump in the next stage. You can see Stuffin is busting down, well, the first construction mat there, and he's going to... So there's another select glitch you can do when you're taking damage as well. When Mega Man takes damage in this game, there is quite a bit of a knockback animation, but if you hit select right as you take damage, you can see how Zoda did there as well. You cancel that knockback animation, so you're able to continue on a lot. It's another little neat trick you can do with the pause button there.
Yeah, it can really save seconds if you cancel all the knockbacks here in every stage.
Especially in Cutman stages.
To add up for sure.
Yeah, there seems to be quite a few going through Cutman stage. So, alright, so Stuffin's going to come to the Gutsman fight again. So you can notice, well, he's doing a lot better job this time around, but in the first fight, when Gutsman lands on the ground, and if Mega Man is on the ground at the same time, you do get that stun animation. So as long as you can jump at the same time that Gutsman's about to land, you don't get that stun animation. You can keep shooting at him. Stuff and does a really good fight there.
Yeah, great fight. That's always exciting to watch there.
Yeah, there's plenty of different patterns that Gutsman can get. Sometimes he just wants to run right up to you and give you a big ol' hug, so that's really hard to deal with. So Stuff gets a good pattern there and handles it very well. Okay, so Zoda's gonna go to Electman round 2, and we'll see. Do you think he goes for the corner jump again? He's going to, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think he's pretty set in his route, and yeah, he likes the hard strats for sure. He's a fan of the hard strats.
Yeah. There's a school of thought that if you had a hard, especially but I can't doing that, knowing the kind of runner he is. So we'll see when he gets there how he handles it.
Yep.
You can see how Stuffin, however, he went for that corner jump. It looks like he went for one attempt there and he missed it, so he went around. So you can see the 2 different styles of play here. Yep, and he is going for it. We'll see how he... Okay, he gets another fall. Let's see if he can get the second try around here.
He's
Okay,
usually
good.
very consistent on that jump. So I'm sure it's just race jitters, which we all get now and again.
Well, even with that, I mean, it took him attempts the first race, so he does it in half the. He's already doing a lot better than he did the last race. Stuff's gonna come up to the Cutman fight, so we can see Stuff's gonna do the Cutman fight a different way because he does have the Gutsman weapon, so he'll take these blocks and throw them at Cutman to finish him up. Very nice. Okay, Zoda's going for Magnet. Ooh. That was pretty close. He's having some hard time getting out of the wall. Well, there he goes. Okay.
That was a good grab, and he went for the top exit there.
Now, how much time does that top exit save, roughly, if you get it first try?
It's probably like 2 seconds, maybe 3. On a very clean exit.
Okay. Which 2 and 3 seconds in this game, in this kind of run anyway, length is a pretty significant amount of time.
Yeah, definitely worth going for.
But he was pretty close to getting stuck in there. It looked like he went in a little farther than maybe he wanted to. So, but he did a very good job to get out of there nice and cleanly. Okay, so Zoda's coming up to the elect climb here. We'll see how he handles it.
Yeah, he's got plenty of health here now.
And both of his first beams ended up going to the right. Now that's something that happens to me often as well, and it can be frustrating. And it just slows you down.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens, but you just can't jump onto that right beam quick enough to be able to traverse the elect beams.
Right. Now, with that kind of health, he could have potentially done some of the select damage boosting to get up there quicker. But that's a really tough strat to do as well. So StuffnThings going to clear out these blocks to get his magnet beam with. Now, I believe Zoda's going to go for all the zip setups here again, so we'll see how he does in the first section here. Okay, he's a little high on it again, so he's going to head in the water. Now, when Mega Man is... Now, I believe he moves at about 75% of his normal speed.
Yeah, it's very, very slow. You don't want to get caught in the water if you can avoid it.
Okay, Zoda's having some trouble with this setup here. Looks like he gets it now, and he's through.
Oh no, he doesn't have it here.
Takes a little more time than the last run, but he is through cleanly. He has enough beam to get across these RNG platforms here.
Yeah, you really just need at least two to grab the refill safely. And that should give you enough to finish getting across this gap here.
Yeah, so we don't want to override those platforms ever because they are completely RNG in the direction and the timing that they move. I don't believe it can happen in Iceman stage, but I know in Wily 1 there's those platforms as well, and they can actually move in a pattern to where it's impossible to pass through if you don't have a magnet beam. Is that correct?
They can stay, up high for as long as they feel like it. And you just have to stand there and wait it out.
Yeah.
Got no choice.
Okay, so Iceman is no problem. StuffnThings not going to set up this first zip, but he's going to use his beams to avoid walking in the water. So he sets them all up perfectly there. Does not take one dip in the water.
Yep, that's the preferred method you'd want if you're running a glitchless or zipless type run. Just get across there, nothing fancy, get it done.
Yeah. And again, you can see how comfortable StuffnThings is with those sections there, because he does it without even hesitating, no problem. Okay. Zoda gets through the first screen of fire very quickly.
And StuffnThings across the ice gap. He should be good to go all the way to the boss here.
Okay, Zoda's gonna set up. We'll see if Zoda goes for this other setup here. I'm sure he will. There he goes. It's really cool if he can get it. Yeah,
he wants to show this off here. Little buffer there.
Yeah, there's a little strat you can do where you can just skip that whole section there and go right to the ladder. It's a very nice looking strat, and like I said, it was just found out yesterday, so it's pretty cool to see him going for it, especially in a tournament race here. Wow, he gets a really nice long zip there. He zips all the way to the end and almost to that second platform there. I've never seen him go for that long before. That was really impressive.
That's pretty much as far as you can go without falling off the end of the beam into the lava there.
Yeah, but very nice.
Really impressive.
That honestly, that's probably the best zip I've seen there. Very nice.
These corridors in fire are really difficult, and you take a lot of damage if you mess them up here.
Now, we didn't notice, did StuffnThings go for that first zip there? Oh, he did, okay, yeah. So you can see how much longer it is if you have to walk around without skipping right through there. So it looked like he took a couple of attempts at it and didn't want to use all of his magnet beam, so decided to walk around.
Yeah, you can really go through all of them trying to go for that sometimes.
I find that either you get it the first try or don't get it at all, like with that part.
Yeah, once you start to just shoot beams, the lag really catches up to you.
Yeah, exactly. The lag makes it a lot harder to... Oh no! I don't know, I'm not sure what happened with Stuff there. He shot his beam like he wanted to, but it looked like the jump input either got eaten by some... maybe, or there was some goof up there, so he falls in the... It's not a costly death because the checkpoint was right there, but it's still gonna cost him some time.
Yeah, may have just been the lag on the screen from the fireballs there.
Okay, he's gonna set up the zip. He's got enough beam left, so looks like he's got the good pixel here. Setting it up, and he's through. Okay, it's a nice recovery. I believe that's the first death we've seen. Or first unintentional death, I should say. Ooh!
Wow, that was close.
So Zoda takes a death as well, and that's pretty. Wow. That was a screen right before the checkpoint too. So that's a pretty costly one there.
Yeah, that's the most costly death you can take on Bomb Man there.
Now I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked like he was setting up the zip there, but he was a pixel too low. Now, I believe it's like if you're a pixel too low from the zip pixel, if you jump, it transitions you down a screen.
Yeah, you'll actually get a wrap pixel where you can exactly transition down a screen, and if there's nothing below you, then you die.
Yeah, and I believe that's what happened to Zoda there, so very costly mistake. It looked like he would have pretty much evened it out had he gotten through with no issues, but now... it looks like Stuff will have about the same lead as he did the last race. Okay, so Zoda misses the ladderless setup, so he's gonna do the back.
Oh, he got that zip very nicely.
Yeah, it was a quick setup on the ladder there, very nice. Okay, so you can see how difficult this Sniper Joe strat can be. So you notice the first time around Stuff had no problem. This time Sniper Joe is not having any of it.
There's really no way out of this. You have to switch to ice.
Yeah, as you can see, he just honed right in and would not let. Okay, so Stuffin's gonna go right to the ladder to set up. Oh. So you can see what happened there. So there is a sub-pixel there, I believe it is, that the magnet beam doesn't fully touch the ladder, and if you try to drop on it, you will actually fall into the spikes below. So a good safe strat there is to shoot 2 beams from the ladder. And you can see Stuffin had to go back down and shoot another beam, so that's a minor time.
Yeah, you can shoot 2, you can shoot 3 if you have time.
And Zoda showing that he can certainly come back from a mistake because he sets up those zips and Gutman pretty nicely.
Oh yeah, he gets the first 2 zips and guts. That is very impressive.
And even the last race, when he had made a mistake, he recovered very nicely, so it's nice to see from Zoda catch up a little bit of ground here.
Yeah, I think if he can just get a couple of corridor zips here, that'll really get him back in this.
Okay, so he's not as far behind as the first race. But again, stuff and strats through the Wily stages are pretty safe. So, barring any major mistakes, we'll have to see how Zoda's gonna make up some time here. He made up some time in the last race with some of the zip setups, so we'll see if he goes for them all again here.
Oh, and he gets the grab. Very nice.
He gets the...
There's not really a lot of zips on Wily 1 to catch him up in this race here. I'm sure he'll be going for the first zip.
Yeah, so he's
saved somewhere around 6-7 seconds.
So that's good. Yeah, so he is about 50 seconds behind entering Wily. Any time that he can get back will certainly be helpful. So let's see if we can get this set up here. It looks like he's too high. He's gonna have to take the long route. And Stuffin did mess up a couple of these jumps, so it's Zoda's through. So very nice. Okay, Stuffin's coming to the Yellow Devil fight here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got plenty of health. He should be able to take a hit if he does.
Oh, and he gets a low eye. So the Yellow Devil eye spawn patterns are random as well. They can spawn at the top of his head, down below. Stuffin was anticipating a higher spawn there, so his first shot actually missed, so he had to shoot another one, but finishes him off no problem. Zoda, on the other hand, is very low on health, so he's going to have to be very careful in this fight, because I believe if he takes one hit, he's going to take a death.
It looked like he went for that spike room zip again, and he had a very good setup. But again, the beam was just not enough to be able to jump onto to get the zip initiated.
Yeah, so it's just as we thought. Zoda is getting back. He's going to go for everything that he knows, so... But he's got to be very careful on this fight here. Okay, so he starts pausing a little early there, but once he hits him, he finishes off no problem.
Yeah, that high eye is very difficult to anticipate and hit. So you just have to react very quickly to the spawn.
Yeah.
Of the eye position.
Okay, so we'll see how Zoda is going to handle Wily 2 this time around. You think he'll go for both of the zips here?
I've got a feeling he's gonna go all out here.
Now, he's got very little magnet beams, so...
Oh.
He's gonna grab these refills, and oh, he's going for it.
Yep, he saw a couple drops there, and there's his chance right here.
It was enough for him to want to go for it. Now, so these jumps that Zoda is attempting here, so you have to push left, and then you have to push A about, what, 3 frames after?
I think it's 2, maybe 2. I don't know if there's multiple frames you can do it, or if it's a frame-perfect thing.
But it's pretty random as to when you can actually get it.
I think it's later than 2 frames, though, for sure.
Okay. Well, he gets up there nicely, and he's going for the second one. Now, if he does fall into this boss room here on the screen, he will soft block, so hopefully... Oh, he does it. He's in and out.
Gets the white hat. Zip into the wall. Gets the
Very
wrap. Very nice.
Now, he did take quite a few attempts on that first one. Is still saving time there, though?
Yeah, there's a potential at least 15-second time save if those cleanly. They don't have to be perfect.
Wall here, though. Okay, he does. So if he were to continue down the left-hand side of the screen there are spikes that he would have hit and would have killed him. So
yeah,
he got out of the wall just in time.
I think he definitely gained a lot of time on that stage, though.
For sure.
But it looks like Stuffin has got a healthy lead going.
Yep, and he gets the setup. The only potential problem on Wily 4 is not getting that setup and running out of beams to take the long walk, but Stuffin gets it cleanly, and he should have no problems. He plays this fight safe, so no worries about dupes. So he will do this quickly and be on to Wily 4.
He's going to buster the first 3 patterns, and then switch to Gutsman.
Okay, so Zoda is very low on beam. It'll be interesting to see how he handles Wily 3 here. He can't afford not to get the zip, though, so he's going to have to figure out a way to get it.
Yeah, he may have to go for the Endy setup on the third screen of Wily 3, which only uses 2 beams. But he's going for... He may not realize he's only got 2 beams left here. Or he may be going for the Wily 2 wrap setup here. And he is.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so he's in. So Stuffin's having trouble with that zip there, so he's going to have to walk this out. So he's going to lose a little bit of time here.
Yeah, there's a way to set up that final zip just by doing the same thing that you would in Wily 2.
Okay, so Stuffin has no magnet beam left. He's bomb weapon. Set up this zip here. And he's up as long as he doesn't hit any inputs here. Okay.
Got it.
He is through.
Yeah, a lot of times bomb is just a lot easier to use than the magnet beam to try to get that refight skip.
Yeah, you see a lot of runners switch to bomb there. But again, so Stuffin is through. Barring a major catastrophe on the Wily fight, he should be able to finish this one out. But a wonderful effort by Zoda, pulling out all the stops and doing anything he can to catch up here. So very impressive by Zoda as well. Not quite sure.
Yeah, he just took an unfortunate death really late into Bomb Man stage before the checkpoint.
Yeah.
And that probably cost a good minute, I would say.
Well, he's able to show off the new setup there as well.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so Stuffin is in. RaceBot is reporting a 21-48. So Stuffin will take the best of 3 series, 2 games in a row, and he will get the victory. So very nice by Stuff.
Very good race times.
He actually beat both of his race times for his matchups, his previous races against you, actually. Both of his race times were both over 22 minutes, so he gets both runs in, one under 22 and then one under 21, so very impressive stuff.
Zoda looking to finish this one out here with a 22 time.
Okay, yep, Zoda is in. RaceBot's reporting a 22-58. So, again, very impressive by Zoda to come back from a mistake and just pull out, not be afraid to go for it, and really showing off some really cool strats there. So, very impressive by Zoda.
Yeah, very nice. GG.
Alright. So it is in the books. Stuffin will get the win in the group here. We're going to try to get them in for interviews here. Okay, so we should be being joined by our runner shortly here. We'll be able to ask him a few questions about what we all just saw here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Oh,
GG, good races.
it was fun. We did some stuff.
We did some stuff and some things.
So yeah, GG guys. Very entertaining from the both. Stuff. We'll start with you. We were mentioning since your glitchless routes, you do have quite the consistency. So, and a lot of the strats that you do are pretty safe for the most part. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. You guys were probably talking about. I started this game with glitchless. Picked up zips and glitches mostly for this tournament. I have been working on them for a little while now, but it's been a lot of fun. So I tend to run really safe versus going for every single zip and doing things that might be a little more risky. I'm a really safe runner when it comes to races. This time it happened to work out, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, certainly, and the consistency shows there, so very nice. Zoda, do you want to talk a little bit about what happened on Bomb Man, the second race?
Oh, yeah, I placed the setup beam a little bit too high, and I didn't react to it, so I was actually on a wrap pixel, so I did a jump, so I wrapped the screen and died, because there was no screen below me. So that was kind of unfortunate and stupid on my part, but I had fun, and that was the point. I'm a little bit salty about not making the Wily 2 spike zip beam long enough twice on getting the setup, but yeah.
The Wily 1 spike zip, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like you had the setup really nicely.
I had it both times, and both times I turned around too quickly, so the beam wasn't long enough so I couldn't stand on it on the next screen.
Yeah, yeah.
We were also talking about the fire zip that you had discovered yesterday. We were pretty impressed to see you go for it in the tournament races here. So
yeah, it was a little bit too late. So my 5-frame jump window or like muscle memory was just all gone. Like I missed everything. But I did get a new Wily 4 one though from Andy with my tweak. Yeah.
Well, you certainly won over the chat here. So and you did a very good job of recovering from the mistakes and just going for it all and nailing everything. So very nicely done.
Yeah, I knew StuffnThings would be like close to my PBs every time, so when he did, and it would take like a miracle for me to beat him.
Yeah, so yeah, speaking of which stuff, the first race, you were about 13 seconds off from your PB. So yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about that first race and how you were feeling and how it went?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking a PB was a possibility until I got around Wily 2 and realized how close I was to my PB. Wily 4, it didn't quite work out in Wily 4, but it was still a race PB, so I improved my race time for the tournament, so I'm really psyched about that. I did not expect that at all.
Race PB is always nice. Did you read SRL, by the way? Like they did have with me saying that I was on bad runs?
Yeah, I did see that in the SRL. I'm so bad at trying to type in SRL while I'm racing, I just have to concentrate.
Yeah, we were seeing your updates in there, Zoda, so... But anyways, it was very entertaining to watch. We knew it would be pretty close, judging by your PB times. So I guess both of you guys, what are you expecting going forward? So Stuffin, you're 1-1 now. You'll have another matchup coming up.
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow. It's at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, 3 o'clock Eastern, against Handsome Jack. And I still need to stay frosty for that one because Handsome Jack has been improving a lot in the past couple of weeks. And so that's not that's not going to be any sort of walk in the park for me. I'm going to have to run at this same level again tomorrow if I hope to come away with another victory.
Yeah, for sure. And Zoda, so you'll have 2 more matches. You'll have one against Handsome Jackass, and you'll also have one against my co-commentator here, Streamline. So how are you feeling about those matchups coming up?
I think I have Streamline. Like, I usually win when I race him. He brings the best out of me, so he's gonna stop twice and Wiley too, and I'm gonna get out clean.
We're gonna go for all the swag strats, so
yeah. Whoever doesn't stop luck wins. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good watch for sure.
Very nice. Well, I'm sure we'll all be looking forward to that one then. Well, do you guys have anything else for us before we call it here?
No, I just thanks Zoda. It was a great race, and thank you to you guys for commentary, and thank you to all the people at Speed Gaming. This tournament has just been a blast. I've just been enjoying the runs and the commentary and just everything. It's been super fun. So thanks everybody.
Shout out to Mythical and Peaceful for being awesome. That's it. Just awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you again to everybody at Speed Gaming for putting this on. Everybody, please make sure you go and follow those runners there. Both are amazing speed runners, Mega Man runners, and just really cool dudes. So everyone go check them out for sure.
And shout out to the people in the Stuff and Things chat. Love you guys.
All right, Streamline, you got anything else for us before we cut here?
We're about halfway through the group stage here. So there's a lot of races coming up that are sure to be really exciting. So I'm looking forward to seeing all those. And yeah, good night everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so tomorrow we'll have the 3 races tomorrow. We'll see Stuff and Things again going against Handsome Jackass at 3 o'clock Eastern Time on Speed Gaming 3. Actually, at the same time, we will see Endy's first appearance in the tournament here versus Victress. So we'll see both of those races on Speed Gaming 3 at the same time. And Endy will come back at 7 p.m. Eastern to go against Infinite Mystery on Speed Gaming 4. So make sure you guys tune into those.